Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance.
Thank you. Please be seated. Let's sing the Dharma. Oops, sorry. Thank you. Okay. Let's sing the Gatha Gasha with Amida, which will be shown on the screens. Chanting will be followed by quiet meditation.
Namo Amida Butsu. I recite Amida's name with deep joy and gratitude. I gasho with Amida, trees and grasses and flowers, all grow in great compassion. That shines throughout the world. I gasho with Amida. Flowers bloom and flowers fall from the seeds from new flowers. This is the truth unchanging. I gasho with Amida. Springtime brings the happy birds. Their songs all praise Amida. I join them in Nembutsu. I gasho with Amida. When I call Amida's name, it's Amida calling me. Buddha's voice, my voice are one. I gasho with Amida. When I'm lonely, I recite Namo Amida Butsu. Then I feel great compassion. I gasho with Amida. Nembutsu in work and play. Every day with Amida. Every moment filled with light. I gasho with Amida. Remember the golden chain. Kindness to all living things. I will follow this teaching. I gasho with Amida. In the clear bright morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night, I gasho with Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. I live in grace.
We will now sit in quiet meditation.
Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Now sit up straight, align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, you feel energy filling your body. And as you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Namanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda.
We encourage everyone, both here in person and at home, to join us by joining us by live stream to offer incense as an expression of gratitude. Mahalo, and thank you. Let's all recite the golden chain of love together. Let us begin. I am linked in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love. I will around the world. Sorry. Keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than ourselves. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that and immediately golden chain of love, be bright and strong, and in all its perfect peace.
Storyline Online, brought to you by
It's time for Children's Dharma Story Time.
Foundation. My name is Ernest Fortnine, and we're going to be reading a book today called The Rainbow Fish by Marcus Pfister. Right? Here we go. A long way out of the deep blue sea.
Okay. What happened? Video. Go back.
Hello, and welcome to Storyline Online, brought to you by the Screen Actors Guild Foundation. My name is Ernest Fortnine, and we're going to be reading a book today called The Rainbow Fish by Marcus Pfister. Right? Here we go. A long way out of the deep blue sea, there lived a fish. Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue, green, purple, with sparkling silver scales above them. Oh, beautiful. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. Come on, Rainbow Fish, they would call. Come on and play with us. But the Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting the scales shimmer. One day, a little blue fish followed after. Rainbow Fish, he called, wait for me. Please, give me one of your shiny scales. They're so wonderful and you have so many. You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are? Cried the Rainbow Fish. Get away from me. Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset, he told all his friends of what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the Rainbow Fish. They turned away when he swam by. What good were the dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day he poured out his troubles to the starfish. I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anybody like me? I can't answer that for you, said the starfish. But if you go beyond the coral reef, with deep caves, you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help. The Rainbow Fish found the cave. It was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. Then suddenly, two eyes caught him in their glare. The octopus emerged from the darkness. I have been waiting for you, said the octopus, with a deep voice. The waves have told me your longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy.
Okay.
Hello, and welcome to Storyline Online,
Thanks, Ernest.
brought to you by the Screen Actors Guild Foundation. My name is Ernest Fortnite, and we're going to be reading a book today called The Rainbow Fish by Marcus Pfister. Right? Here we go. A long way out of the deep blue sea, there lived a fish. Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue, green, purple, with sparkling silver scales above them. Beautiful. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. Come on, Rainbow Fish, they would call. Come on and play with us. But the Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting the scales shimmer. One day, a little blue fish followed after. Rainbow Fish, he called, wait for me. Please, give me one of your shiny scales. They're so wonderful and you have so many. You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are? Cried the Rainbow Fish. Get away from me. Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset, he told all his friends of what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the Rainbow Fish. They turned away when he swam by. What good were the dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day he poured out his troubles to the starfish. I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anybody like me? I can't answer that for you, said the starfish. But if you go beyond the coral reefs to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you. The Rainbow Fish found the cave. It was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. And then suddenly, two eyes caught him in their glare. And the octopus emerged from the darkness. I have been waiting for you, said the octopus, with a deep voice. The waves have told me your story. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy. I can't, the Rainbow Fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. Give away my scales, my beautiful shining scales? Never. How could I ever be happy without them? Suddenly, he felt the light touch of a fin. The little blue fish went back. Rainbow Fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale. The Rainbow Fish wavered. Only one very, very small shivering scale. He thought, well, maybe I wouldn't miss just one. Carefully, the Rainbow Fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Oh, thank you very much, the little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale among his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the Rainbow Fish. For a long time, back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flapping, so it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The rainbow fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glittering scales, he at last felt at home among the other fish. Finally, the rainbow fish had only one shining scale left. His most prized possessions had been given away. Yet, he was very happy. "Come on, rainbow fish," they called. "Come and play with us." "Here I come," said the rainbow fish, and happy as a splash, he swam off to join his friends. Wonderful. That's called The Rainbow Fish by Marcus Pfister. Okay?
So of course, if we could find Bartley. So just to explain, it's a very strange thing that's going on. If somebody likes or dislikes something on YouTube, it literally crashes the slides. So the software on this side can't advance the slides even if it's moving on the back. So anyway, they'll hear from somebody pretty soon. Hey, wait, wasn't that a great story? What part did you like? Really? Say, Ace, what part did you like? Oh, really? I love that part too. I wasn't sure what was going to happen when the rainbow fish started giving away all his shiny scales. I mean, without his shiny scales, he won't be so pretty. I thought, he'd be all sad, but he was like as happy as a rascal dog with a jar of peanut butter, if you know what I mean. How about you, Lucy Ladybug, love my life? What part did you like? Okay, Sensei needs another hand. Mahalo, Bartley, for asking. I thought it was so wonderful that the wise octopus told the rainbow fish to give away all of his shiny scales. Once he started sharing, he felt happier, and in the end, made friends with everybody, and they all played happily together. You can have all the shiny scales in the world, but you'll be happier if you have friends and can play together. How about you, Sensei? What part did you like? Well, mahalo for asking, Lucy. You're absolutely right. The Buddha taught that happiness never decreases, doesn't get smaller when you share it with other people. And that's what makes us family and friends. That's what makes us Kohana. Sharing everything that we have, working hard to understand and accept each other even though we're all different, and playing together with everyone. That's the path to happiness. That sounds like beautiful. Everyone playing together. Yeah, caring about each other and being rascals together. Oh, Lucy, you're such a rascal. That's why I love you. Well, I love the ladybug and she loves me back. I'm the happiest rascal dog in the whole world. Yee-haw. Oh, Bartley, give me a hug, my silly rascal dog. Oh, shucks. Fade to black. Fade to black. The adult version, we can show what happens after that. So remember, kids, be good.
But not too much.
But not too much! Okay, let's try that again. Remember, kids, be good.
But not too much.
Okay, third time's the charm. Here we go. Remember, children, be good.
But not too much.
Very good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Normally, we'd be going off to Dharma school today. Unfortunately, we are going to Dharma school.
Yeah, they're going to go.
So, I'm not sure where it's going to happen, but it will happen. So
It's
follow.
here.
Auntie Karen and Auntie Bobby. And we do have Dharma school. I thought last week we said no Dharma school.
They changed their minds.
They're just going to fool the sensei. There you go. Okay, so I don't think we're live streaming, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Actually, can you hear this microphone? Is that okay? Because I was going to say, we are live streaming. Test, 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 test. Is this any better? Better or worse? It's better. Okay, let's try this one then. Yeah, these things are designed for when you're sitting down. So. Okay, so I was actually just going to do the short version because I thought the kids would be here. So get ready. We need to give them some time. The Buddha, when you look up things like the Buddha and happiness on Google, you're going to find this, right? Happiness never decreases by being shared. So this is the full version. Thousands of candles. Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of a single candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. So this is another one of those popular quotes you're going to find on social media. People make posters out of it and stuff, inspirational posters, and people will take these words and paraphrase them in many different forms. But this is actually not the words of the Buddha. This is it's a Buddhism. It's someone who rewrote the ideas of the Buddha. So even if you search, you're not going to find this exact phrasing. Believe it or not, it comes from the Orange Book. I think everyone's seen the teachings of the Buddha. We have a bunch of them in the lobby. And it's from that. It's actually an interpretation of what the Buddha said. What the Buddha actually said is much more boring. Those who rejoice in seeing others observe the way will obtain great blessing. A Shramana asked the Buddha, would this blessing be destroyed? The Buddha replied, it is like a lighted torch whose flame can be distributed to ever so many other torches which people may bring along. And therewith they will cook food and dispel darkness, while the original torch itself remains burning ever the same. It is even so with the bliss of the way. The wisdom of Gautama Buddha in the Sutra of the 42 Sections. So you can see the idea is the same, right? I mean, it's basically happiness never decreases by being shared, using the metaphor of a candle being used to light thousands of candles. And I think, so why is this so popular? Happiness never decreases by being shared. Why is this so popular? Because, one, it's true. Right? When you really think about it, sharing happiness, it's not like your happiness decreases. But two, it's also very true. It's very popular because we never actually think or act this way. Right? We always instantly share my happiness with others. That actually works better with the Barclay boys. Right? Share my happiness with others. Why? I deserve to be happy. I deserve to get what I want. It's all about me. So as Americans, we're culturally conditioned to be self-centered and to always want more. So let's look at that idea. What is happiness? Snoopy would tell you, there's green Snoopy's here somewhere, green Snoopy would say happiness is a warm blanket, Charlie Brown. Happiness is a warm blanket. As a kid, I always loved this one. Oops, sorry. Here's a good one from Mahatma Gandhi, who actually was not Buddhist, but he was a Hindu. And he says, happiness is when happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. So you can see that based on, the principles are the same, right? Thoughts, words, and actions. When they're in harmony, this is happiness. Now, the Western view, the modern American perspective, is basically very accurately portrayed by this. I've talked about this before. Arthur Schopenhauer, the German philosopher, said happiness is the relationship of what I have relative to what I want. So in other words, if I have more than what I want, if I have more than what I want, then I'm happy. Conversely, if I have less than what I want, I am not happy. If I want more than what I have, I am not happy. And so I think, as adults, we can all agree with this framework in real life, particularly because we're culturally American. So consumerism, right? Buy something, it'll make you feel happy, make you feel better. Let's go on Amazon and do some shopping here. Let's go to the department store. I don't actually need anything, but you know, oh, look at that. Right? I mean, shopping it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Materialism. Right? I have something you don't. I have the latest Apple Watch. You don't have one. Actually, this Apple Watch 7, so it's kind of old. My phone is an iPhone 11, so I'm pretty far behind the things. But again, materialism, consumerism, right? This defines American culture. It defines our economy. All capitalist economies are based on this idea. So consuming things, buying things, acquiring things, right? It's this belief that having more, right, or consuming more is better. So materialism, I have more than you do. Buying things, possessing things, owning things. Again, the more we have, the happier I'm going to be. Right? So this is one of the insights to understanding American advertising, which I did work in. So commercial messaging is designed to make you want more. Want more. New and improved. Gee, Gary, the Apple Watch you have is the old one. You need the new and improved version. And you need more. Well, you have a great car now, but you deserve a bigger car. You deserve a fancier car. Or you want more, and more and more and more. But use this shampoo because it's 10 times more expensive, and you deserve it. And people who know, they can say, well, she can afford that really expensive shampoo. The actual difference, right, I mean, inside the bottle, it's pretty much the same stuff. It's the packaging. The packaging is usually more expensive, too, because it feels solid. And so people perceive that as being worth 10 times what you could get at CVS on sale, you know, the house brand. Functionally, it's all the same stuff. It's all the same stuff. Recently, you may have noticed that fear, right, introducing fear into the mix, becoming more and more common. Are you sure you're not going to run out of money in your retirement? Don't make these 3 investment mistakes. How can you retire with a portfolio of $500,000? Click here. So again, are you sure you have enough money? Are you sure you're going to survive retirement? What if you run out? New and improved. So that's kind of how it works, right? So if you understand that everything you see in media, television, the Hollywood movies, social media, and news media, interestingly enough, it's all designed to sell advertising space. It's all designed to deliver a commercial message. It's all designed to sell product. It's shampoo. Right? If you see who's out there recently, so it's becoming more common for Hollywood actresses to not dye their hair, to not get Botox instead, and look, you know, natural. It's very popular in Japan now. Up until now, right, everyone would have this kind of the Hollywood forehead, you know, it's absolutely flat. And again, that image, what does that image do? It tells you if you want to look like the Hollywood star, you need this product, or this product, and this product. So that's kind of how it works. And if it's political thinking, political ideas, ideologies, economic theories, we call it propaganda in that case, for political purposes. So if advertising can make you feel not happy, right, then your heart and mind, it's open to commercial messaging. I'm not happy. I'm not sure why, but I'm not happy. And the promise of this will relieve your stress. It's Miller time. Sorry, that's like 1980s, isn't it? So after you finish work, you pop open the beer and it's Miller time with your buddies. Or ask your doctor. Do you wake up in the middle of the night with anxiety? This pill can help you, but ask your doctor. But if your brain starts melting, leaking out of your ears, you know, call your doctor. I always laugh when I see that because I actually did the first ethical pharmaceutical advertising in Japan. Imagine putting that in kanji characters at the bottom of a 15-second TV commercial. Right? It's about that big. So I think we can all agree, despite not being able to buy more, have more, and want more, we're not completely happy. We're not completely happy. Why is that? So what's the Buddhist perspective on that? How does the Buddhism look at happiness? So what I have relative to what I want. Well, think of it this way. If we use the framework, right, what I have versus what I want, if you reduce what I have to zero, the traditional path of Buddhism is to become a monk. You shave your head, you give up all your fancy clothes, you pick up some rags, you wear these things. You give up all of your possessions, your house, your car, your money. You turn your back on your family, your responsibilities to family and kingdom, in search of the truth. In search of the truth. Reduce what you have to zero. Step one. Okay? So, then, right, you have to shave your head, become homeless, beg for food, meditate for hours and days, study the sutras, and practice every moment of every day until you awaken to reality as it is, or you die trying. So, if you have nothing, you are happy, aren't you? Tell you what, give me all of your money, give me your car, your house, your investments, everything. Firstborn male child, please, thank you. I promise you'll be happy. Everyone is kind of like, yeah, Gary, I don't think so. But what stops you from giving away everything you have? Right? We all probably have more than we need. But what stops you? So again, it's this idea of me, mine, I, right? The ego self. So self-preservation is built into the human brain. Right? You don't go walking in front of a bus because you know that it'll kill you. So our ego prevents us. It's our ego, our sense of self, that prevents us from giving everything away. So this is, and giving up our attachments to things like pleasures and this life. Hey, it's the only life I've got. Right? This is why we're so concerned about these things. And then we can go the other way, because Buddhism then tells you you have to eliminate craving. You have to eliminate, I want this, I want something. Because when you do, you awaken to reality as it is, which we call the Buddha, so the awakened one. So to eliminate craving, eliminating craving, this is the literal meaning of nirvana. So nirvana is not a place where you go. It's actually a state where you have extinguished. So nirvana means to extinguish the thirst, tanha, which is self-centered cravings. So to extinguish the flames of I want something, this is nirvana. So the practice of monastic Buddhism, right, becoming a monk, is to bring you to this goal. So by minimizing your material possessions to as close to zero as possible, and thus your attachments. Right? So if I don't have an Apple Watch, I'm not worried about losing it. And by exposing the ego, our sense of self, as empty, not true, not real, having no substance or essence. But right, if you were paying attention in math class, and I think Diane was a math teacher, right? Whoa, wait a minute, you can't have a zero in the denominator. That's not allowed. You cannot divide anything by zero. No, that's not allowed. So we could interpret this as a metaphor for human condition. Right? We know what needs to be done. The Buddha taught, right? Eliminate egocentric craving. But we cannot do it. We cannot let go of our ego. And thus, we cannot let go of our egocentric craving. So can we really eliminate craving, desire, the thirst, insatiable? I want more, more, more. Because I want to be happy. Think of it this way. Right? So Buddhist happiness is when you have nothing and you want nothing. And this is becoming Buddha. So you have nothing, you want nothing. Congratulations, you're Buddha. You're the awakened one. Easy, right? We can all do that. In fact, we can all do that tomorrow. When we have a little bit more time, we'll just become Buddha tomorrow. Okay? But think of this. Right? In Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, the Honganji tradition, as taught by Master Shinran, we already have everything we need to be happy. But we're not happy. We're never happy because we're only human. We can never completely let go of the ego. So because we can't let go of our ego, we cannot let go of self-centered cravings. It's always about me. The human condition from a Honganji perspective is, it's always about me, no matter how hard I try. So Shinran also saw himself in this light. So it doesn't really matter what you have or what you've given up, if your egocentric cravings are infinite. So this is one of my favorite quotations from Shinran. I am such that I do not know right and wrong, and cannot distinguish false and true. I lack even small love and small compassion, and yet, for fame and profit, enjoy teaching others. the words of Shinran Shoni, Namo Amida. This is actually contained in a section of the collected works, which is called Gutoku's Hymns of Lament and Reflection. We are cautioned at the seminary, be careful how you use these things, because it's open to misinterpretation. But the way I look at it is, this is Shinran, this is how he sees himself. This is Shinran in his 80s. He dies at age 90, which is phenomenally old, for the 12th and 13th century. He saw himself in this light, that his ego-centered cravings are infinite. They're insatiable. There's no limit to them. So I'm such that he lacks all these things. And yet, for fame and profit, enjoy teaching others. Which should be a message to all Honganji ministers, right? Because we think we're going to get rich doing this now. So again, if you really dig into Shinran's writing, it's very interesting that after he's completed his master work, the Kyogyo Shinsho, he still sees himself in this way. In other words, he sees his ego as being infinite. At the same time, right, our egos, because it is infinite, I want more and more and more. And yet, through Namo Amida Butsu, through the Nembutsu, through Amida's compassion, we are brought to gratefully receive Namo Amida Butsu, this gift of Shinjin, the gift of faith. And we realize that what we already have, is also infinite. We have the heart of great compassion, the mind of absolute non-discrimination of Amida Buddha. It's already embraced us, it's assured our faith, and we're going to go forth to birth into the pyramid, to become Buddha, and return in oneness to this world of human confusion and delusion, to alleviate suffering for all people and all forms of life. Now that's the promise, that's the doctrinal promise. The simple way to remember it is again, just gestures, right? Namo, this is me, alone, weak, human. Amida, this is Amida Buddha, the perfection of compassion and wisdom. Together we become Buddha. Namo. Namo Amida. Namo Amida. So again, from a math perspective, right, doesn't this mean that's that one, right? So Buddhist, in simplest possible terms, Buddhist happiness is when what I have and what I want are absolutely equal. Are equal. In other words, they become one. Namo Amida. So mahalo for listening. May your day be filled with aloha. Namo.
Thank you, Sensei, for your Dharma talk. Let's all chant the Metta Sutta, the Loving Kindness Sutra, which will be shown on the screen.
May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony.
Please rise if you are able, and let's sing on Doksan, which will be found on the screen on page 135 of the Red Service book. Please remain standing, and let's sing the Nembutsu, which will be found on the screen or on page 135 of the Red Service book.
Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the single candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. Attributed to Gautama Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu.
Please be seated. Oh, please be seated. Sorry. Got it. Okay. Reverend Carey will now lead us in gratitude meditation.
Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Now sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes halfway, so you're looking both inwardly and outward. Just breathe. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. As you breathe in, think of something for which you are grateful. And as you breathe out, just say mahalo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Namanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda.
Thank you very much for joining our Dharma family service today. May your day be filled with aloha. Are there any announcements?
Well, if Karen was here, she would tell you that the winter garage sale is December 2nd, Saturday, from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you want to get bargains, if you want to get food, show up early. Also, we are in the middle of preparation So yesterday, the day before, all the tables and stuff, the social hall's been transformed. And so we need lots of volunteer help with sorting and pricing and that sort of stuff. Everything else, please ask Karen. Next Sunday, there is no service because it's after Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving. And then December 3rd, the day after the garage sale, we'll have Reverend Al Urasaki for the Bodhi Day service. It's a major service. He's local, born and raised boy. He has a very local sense of humor. The Boy Scouts are actually going to be helping to break down the garage sale stuff and then doing a camp out overnight in the Peachtree lot. So I've encouraged them to come because he's a very friendly speaker. And we'll have the standard kind of service schedule during the month of December, which we'll talk about going forward.
Except for December 17th.
Oops, sorry, didn't change that one.
Yep. December 17th is cleanup day, so there's no Dharma family service.
Yeah, well, if you want to chant, we can chant before we clean the temple. So. That's right, I thought I changed that slide. Sorry. January full schedule again. Columbarium's always open. Are there any other announcements?
Oh, refreshments will be in the kitchen, yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
And I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Hey. Oi, Mochitsuki on December 16th.
Okay. Sorry, what was that? December 7th? Okay, that was probably the worst one we've done so far.
Still hiccuping.
I couldn't change the screen.
Going crazy, man.